Welcome to the video, and today I am talking about DraftKings Week 6 NFL, my lineup. This is what I'm bringing to the table. I understand that this is a crazy lineup, not including any pieces from Atlanta and Minnesota, and playing guys in precariously quote-unquote bad matchups. But this is what I came up with. Sorry for posting this late. Pricing was late. I couldn't get ownership on the website that I use for ownership projections until later in the week. So I didn't make my lineup until this morning. So here is my lineup. A lot of weird spots that I'm betting on, but I think I'm going to be different enough where if this lineup works, I'm going to be in the money. So first off, starting with Ryan Fitzpatrick. I love picking on this Jets defense. I think when you look at his production, 22 of 28, 29 of 45, 18 of 20, 31 of 47, has only had one game with less than 25 fantasy points, going up against the Jets, where honestly I thought maybe this is where we would see Tua Tagovailoa come into the game for the Dolphins. I think this would be a good spot for Tua Tagovailoa to come in, but I'm hearing no reports that that is the case. So I'm playing Ryan Fitzpatrick. I'm going to pick on this Jets defense. If you want to play Gaskin over Fitzpatrick, that is fine, but that's not the route I am going. I am going with Ryan Fitzpatrick sub 6 against this Jets defense, and then I'm pairing him with Devontae Parker. Kind of an up and down season in regards to targets. 8 in week 2, 5 in week 3, 12 in week 4, and 3 in week 5, and where I don't think he is going to see 12 targets, I don't think he's going to see as low as 3 targets. In a great matchup against this Jets defense, I'm going to pair him with his quarterback because I do think there is a high potential to see Devontae Parker hit a ceiling game. At 6,300, the price is a little steep. I do think people are going to go elsewhere, but I do think in this matchup he is going to at least hit value, and I think both Fitzpatrick and Parker have a shot at that 25-point ceiling game. So I'm playing Devontae Parker and Ryan Fitzpatrick against the Gaskin chalk. Aaron Jones against Tampa Bay. A lot of people will say that you shouldn't play running backs against Tampa Bay. This is just another spot where I'm trying to be different. I know a lot of people will probably either pay $8K for Davante Adams, who is coming back, or pay down, I think, $4K for Valdes-Scantling. But people are going to ignore Aaron Jones because he is 7-6 and Tampa Bay is good against the run. And like I said, in most cases, I would not play running back against Tampa Bay, but Aaron Jones is going to be this exception because I do like how he's being utilized in the passing game. I think with Lazard out, he's going to get a bump in the passing game, and he could see, I don't think 20 fantasy points is out of the realms of the possibilities for Aaron Jones. I do think that Davante Adams will be fed. Valdes-Scantling will be fed, and I also think that in the 3 to 5 reception range and 15 attempt range from Aaron Jones, he also will be fed. So Aaron Jones is a risky play, maybe, but I do think he's going to be utilized in the passing game to have a solid game. And I brought it back with Cameron Brate. Cameron Brate was just a punt play at tight end. I always like to include my tight ends in a stack. He caught 5 of 6 targets. If he could hit that, fine. But I'm punting tight end this week. That's all this is. If he could get one in the end zone, fine. But all I really need for him is to get in that 4 to 6 target range and catch 5 balls for about 40 yards to pay off value here. I'm going the cheap route at tight end with Cameron Brate. Jamison Crowder. Did I talk about Crowder? Again, great matchup against Miami. High ceiling of targets. Hasn't seen under 10 targets in the 3 weeks he has been healthy enough to play. Whether it be Flacco, whether it be Darnold, it doesn't matter. Crowder is going to be fed. And this is that second piece of the Miami game where I think we're getting a good player and a good matchup in that weird price range that I think will go under the radar, but has potential to hit value just because of his volume. Caught TDs in 2 of his games, so if he could get, no, maybe he doesn't get 10 to 13 carries, but if he gets, again, 5 to 9, I think he'll have a great game here. And like I said, it doesn't matter who's playing quarterback. The Jets are feeding this guy the ball, so I'm plugging him in at 6,100. David Montgomery, running backs against Carolina, grade A matchup. Has seen an uptick in targets since Tyreek Cohen has been out. Checks all the boxes for me. Running back, good matchup. Usage in the passing game. Carolina, awful against the running back position. If David Montgomery gets 18 touches with 10 being on the ground and 8 targets in the air, I think he hits value here. I think David Montgomery is one of my favorite value plays, albeit it might be more chalky this week given his price and his matchup and his uptick in targets since Tyreek Cohen has gone out. But again, in this matchup, I think he's at a good price where he could have a ceiling game in his matchup. So I'm playing David Montgomery. And then I'm playing Robbie Anderson. I know Robbie Anderson going up against a hard matchup in Chicago, but seeing too much volume for me to pass on. Caught 8 passes twice in the last 4 games. Caught 9 against Tampa Bay. Again, just way too much volume for me to pass on. I'll take the risk on a hard matchup here. This lineup is all very risky plays. So I threw Robbie Anderson in there as a bring back with David Montgomery. So lineup in review, I have Fitzpatrick to Parker, brought back with Jamison Crowder. I have Aaron Jones, brought back with Kenyon Brate. David Montgomery, brought back with Robbie Anderson. And I'm playing Terry McLaurin. Who, a guy, again, despite being in a tough matchup, has a floor of 5 to 9 targets. I'm playing for the high floor of targets with Terry McLaurin and hoping that this Giants defense, his matchup doesn't hinder him from doing well. Only 3 catches on 7 targets against the Rams. So, like, he does have an pretty low floor, but he does have a very high ceiling. And I think sub 6 Terry McLaurin is a good play. So this is my lineup. Kind of crazy, but I do think that this lineup can work. I might tinker with my lineup, but if I do, everything I do in DFS is going to be recorded for this channel. So if I do tinker it, I will record it and upload it. But right now, this is what I'm rolling with. I might make a lineup for another single entry contest, so I might record that as well. But this is what I got. Feel free to leave a comment on any of my plays. If you guys can, just hit something on the bottom there. Subscribe, like, thumbs up, thumbs down. Interacting with the channel helps me grow. So if you want to help me get to my road to 100 subscribers, please hit something down there. Let YouTube know that people are watching so I could get recommended to more people and all that jazz. So if you like my video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like my video, give it a thumbs down and let me know why in the comment section below. As always, DFS Nutjob is a conversation, and I would love to know what you think in the comment section below. And if you want more weekly content, hit that subscribe button, hit the little notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one.